2 seconds. There we go. Okay. All right. So things you need today. You need chair, bench, or stool, whatever you're using. You need your TheraBand, mini bands. You also need one yoga block and then your ball. Okay. Also, make sure you have some wall space because we're going to do our pullbacks and all that stuff on our hands and knees, and we're going to do a little more standing activity. We are going to do some banded bird dogs and some lunging variations. So you do need to make sure you have someplace to attach it, whether it's in a door anchor or you're wrapping around a sturdy surface, whatever. Okay. All right, so we are going to start basically the same way we have been. We're going to do some breathing work, some rib cage work, all of that fun stuff. And then we're going to start working on shoulders and hips. This is the last week, wow, of this. I can't believe it. So we'll do a lot more like standing on your feet variations, kind of building onto that reverse lunge pull situation we were doing last week. Okay. Because that's the name of the game, right? You have to be able to utilize this stuff while you're upright, not just lying on the floor. All right. So let's start side lying. You need your ball. So ball between your knees, and we're going to let those hips move in the beginning. All right. So your head is up to start with. You're going to reach your right knee and your right arm forward. Feel that stretch in the bottom leg. So you might feel some inner thighs and outer hip. And then you're going to exhale as you rotate and allow that knee to pull back. Let's do that again. Reach with the arm, reach with the leg. Really feel that knee way in front of the left one. Big exhale as you pull back and rotate. And do that again. Big reach. Just kind of sweet talking the tissues a little bit. And then big exhale as you rotate. One more time. Big reach. Now, as you come back, you're going to stop when your knees are even. Squeeze the ball a little bit and just rotate through the ribs. Ooh. So keep the knees together. It's going to limit how much rotation you get. So take an inhale here into the right ribs. As you exhale, try to rotate the rib cage just a little bit more. Do 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And then slowly come out on the exhale. Good. Let's switch sides. So allowing for the pelvis to move first. So reach with the left arm, reach with the left knee. Big exhale as you pull back. Let your neck relax. Let your jaw relax. Really feel that pull back to assist the rotation. Good. Again, inhale, big reach. Big exhale, pull back. One more time. Inhale, reach. And exhale, pull back. Good. You're going to inhale, reach. As you go to rotate, stop with your knees stacked. Give me a good squeeze into the ball and just spin the ribs. So we're blocking off the pelvis from moving to really bias thoracic rotation. So inhale, breathe into the left side of your rib cage. As you exhale, try to rotate just a little bit more. 2 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. And then Come out of there. All right. Keep your ball. Grab your TheraBand. You're going to take the band behind your shoulder blades under your armpits. And set up with your heels on the bench. Ball between your knees. So go ahead and reach up through your arms. Use your heels to pull your pelvis under. So try not to grip your hip flexors. Try not to grip your belly. So reach up through your arms as you inhale. As you exhale, soften the ribs and reach up more. Inhale, take the arms up and overhead. Feel that full expansion. As you exhale, keep reaching in that direction. 2 more here. Inhale, up and overhead. How long can you get your arms? Exhale. Soften the chest. Keep reaching. 1 more time. Inhale, up and overhead. And exhale, take a little break. We're going to do that 1 more time. Thumbs up if you feel your abs there a little bit. Good. You should feel a little bit of abs, especially if you're getting that pressure from the inhale. Here we go. Take it straight up. Press down into your heels, pelvis under. So maintain your pelvic tuck. Inhale, reach up on the first one. Feel that stretch. Big exhale. Soften the ribs. Keep reaching up. Inhale, we go up and overhead. Exhale. Try not to grip your abs. Try not to grip your hip flexors. 2 more. Inhale. And if it's bothering your shoulder, don't go any further. Just keep reaching in that direction. Exhale. Beautiful, you guys. 1 more time. Inhale, up and over. And then relax on the exhale. Good. Move the ball, move the bench. Let's come to your hands and knees. Keep the band. So pull into spinal extension. Your chin is tough, so you don't want to over kick through the chin. Elbows are heavy. Push up into your shoulder blades. Tailbone drops. Super slow, 1 vertebra at a time, you'll wave up. And tail up. As you wave into extension. Good, keep going here. So we're gonna do this for 45 more seconds. As you move through this, you don't have to go super slow, but I want it to be as clean and clear as possible, keeping a push up into that band. Chin, nose, and eyeballs always last. You got about 15 more seconds. Next time you are in extension, you can take a break. Good. Okay, let's do 1 more thing and then we're gonna tie this thing around. So go ahead and step on the band. Make sure it's pretty tight. Let's do a little scap bars here. So you're gonna bend your knees, feel the weight go straight down through the center of your feet. Take your shoulder blades up, back, down, and forward. So keep those arms super duper heavy. Do 3 more here. And then we'll reverse, take it back, up, forward, and down. Try to keep those elbows real straight. Feel the shoulder blades move around your ribs. 2 more. Good. Come out of there. You're going to take the band, put it right behind your shoulder blades, and tie it in a bow. Make sure it's pretty tight so you can get some feels there. All right, so let's grab the yoga block. We're going to set up with the balls of your feet into the wall. And the yoga block is going to go under your left knee. So if I look back, I have a little less than 90 degrees behind my knees and then 90-ish behind my hips. I'm going to take the ball between my knees. So your hands can go a little bit wider here. Don't over tuck the pelvis, but definitely let your tailbone drip down. Push up into your shoulder blades. So take an inhale here, expand that band. As you exhale, reach the right knee down towards the floor as far as you can without letting it touch. So you're going to inhale as you pull it back, as high up as you can without shifting to the left, and then exhale. Reach it as far down as you can without touching the floor. Keep going here on your own. We're going to do this for 45 more seconds. So it's inhale up, exhale down. Every time you inhale, feel that band expand. Pause at the end of your exhale. Fifteen more seconds. At the end of your next exhale, try to pause empty. And then relax. Good. You should feel some stuff going on in here. Yes? Nice. If there's one that you keep, this is a good one. Your pelvis has to move to load your hips, guys. It has to. All right, let's go ahead and do it on the second side. So block is under your right knee. Balls of the feet stay into the wall. Soften your elbows here, push up into your shoulder blades. You're gonna wanna shift to the right. You gotta stay right in the middle here. Breathing is different. I want you to exhale all of your air out and pull the left knee up. You're going to inhale here as you reach the left knee down. So exhale, pull it up, no shifting to the right, no shifting. Be really mindful. Inhale, reach it down. 45 more seconds here. Same thing, pause at the end of the exhale. Ten more seconds. At the end of your next exhale, hold it and relax. Good. Okay, keep your block, keep your band on. Grab the heavier band to start with. Now, if you have lower back issues, or if it just gets tired, You're just going to put your feet up on the bench just in case if you need it. So we're going to put medium band, the heavier one, around your knees. You can just let your legs kind of prop up, and you're going to hold the yoga block. So if you get tired and your back starts to bother you, just let your heels relax on the chair. That's totally fine. Otherwise, you're going to hold the block like so. Bring your knees up over your hips. Squeeze the insides of your feet together, not the soles of your feet, the inside blade. Tuck your pelvis under. Squeeze the block. Press out into the band. So you'll inhale through your nose, expand that band. Exhale. Reach up with the block, squeeze with your hands, push out into that band. Keep breathing here. Every time you exhale, push the block up, press it tighter. 3 more breaths. At the end of your next exhale, you can take a break. Oh, terrible. All right, take the heavy band off. You're going to put the block between your knees. Take a second here. Same idea. If you need to take a break and put your heels on the box, that's totally fine. Take a band around your forearms or wrists. The band's a little bit heavier, put it lower down. This is a very heavy, light band. All right, so you're going to bring the legs up. Your feet don't touch this time. Reach up and separate with your arms. Squeeze that block. Same idea. You don't want to bring it over your belly button. You want to keep it over your hips. Work your pelvis under. So inhale through your nose, reach up. Exhale. Still stretching that band. Four more breaths. Reach up and separate, squeeze that block. 2 more. One more. Good, and take a break. Yes. Okay. So we're going to set up on your left side. I'm going to slide you guys back a little bit. I'll do a little rolling around. So I want you to keep this idea net fully and watch me from the top. My arm and leg are going to move at the same time. I want to open, 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 and close like a book. Okay. So I'm going to push down into my bottom side to open and close. So just want you to play with this. Okay. So push, let that neck and head relax. Try to keep a connection between the elbow and the knee. So it's almost like there's a magnet between my left elbow and left knee, and the same with the right side. So inhale, feel that expansion as you open. Keep going. There you go. Should feel kind of nice. Beautiful, Susanna. Good. Do one more time each way, and then I'm going to have you look up here. Good. Check it. So now I'm going to let my upper body precede my lower body. So I want to exhaust the upper body movement. Once I can't hold it anymore, then my legs go. Then my upper body goes. I'm creating like a whip. So upper, lower, upper. Yeah. So it's this nice sequential movement. Upper, lower, upper. Go ahead and give it a go. So you want to wring out as much upper body and then wring out as much lower body, then the upper goes. Keep going. I want to see. Should feel kind of nice. Beautiful. Good, Eric. Beautiful, Catherine. Let's do 4 more, 2 each way. Let that neck and head relax. So Nori, let those legs open. So don't keep your knees together. Yeah, there you go. Once you finish with that, I'm going to have you look up here again. And we're going to go into a cross body connect. So I'm going to start elbow and knee touch. My arm is down on the bottom. And then I extend, everything arrives at the same time. And then I exhale, elbow and knee connect. I inhale to extend, everything arrives at the same time. So for now, keep the head down, keep the arm down, no movement of the upper body. You're just trying to get that big connection. Exhale here. Inhale, everything touches the floor at the same time. Let's see what you got. Good. Feel that band compress as the elbow and the knee connect. Feel the band expand as the arm and leg go out. So you want to try to let everything arrive at the same time on the way up and on the way down. Let's do 1 more each side, and then we're going to do 1 more variation here. Good. So watch me now if you can. You're going to keep the arm and the leg straight, and you're going to use your bottom arm to help you come up. So I want to connect at the top, and then I want everything to arrive at the bottom. So I connect at the top, and everything arrives at the bottom. So big exhale, feel that band compress. Inhale, feel the band expand. Keep going, I want to see. That's it. Let's do 4 more total. This one's really hard. Yes. Big exhale. Good. Nice. Once you're done, you're going to roll over. Arms are overhead. Thumbs point up towards the ceiling. Keep the crown of the head long. You're going to inhale, feel that band expand. Lift your right arm and your left leg up. Exhale down. Inhale, left arm, right leg up. Exhale down. So just getting this kind of cross body action going. Feel that segmentation of your mid back. Let's do 4 more here. Use the arm and the leg together to get as high as possible. Once you've done 4, you can come on up. Ooh. All right, so let's come on up. Let's get up against the wall here. If you want to take this off, you can, or you can keep it on. Whatever you prefer. So let's put your left hand on the wall. We're going to change this today. And take your right arm overhead. So you're going to bring your left leg up. Fingertips are just there for balance. You're not leaning into the wall. When you're ready, I'm going to turn this way so you can see. You're going to hike your left hip up. Don't pull your knee up. Hike your left hip up and hold it. So you're really, really, really reaching with that right arm. Chest is soft, pelvis is under. And hold it here. See if you can breathe into the right side of your ribs. Let's hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Good. Turn it around. Thumbs up if you felt your right outer hip there. Good. Switch sides. The right fingertips barely on the wall. Left arm up. Bring the right leg up. Again, keep the knee in the same spot. Hike the right hip up. So it looks like this. So big reach through your left arm. Fingertips are there just for balance. I do want you to keep touching the wall, but don't lean into them. Fifteen more seconds. Big reach with that left arm. In 3, 2, 1, and slowly bring it down. Attach your TheraBand right at shin height. So either on a door or hook it around something. We're going to go into our bird dog. So again, make sure you've got enough stretch that it can pull your shoulder blade up into elevation. So start on both hands and knees. Go ahead and take your right leg back. Try not to shift off to the left. Reach the left arm forward. You're going to exhale as you bring it in. Inhale as you extend it out. Exhale. Try to connect the knee to the elbow and the elbow to the hip. Inhale. Keep going. 6 more here. Big reach, long spine. Once you're done, take a second, and then we'll switch sides. Lot of trunk work. Lot of trunk work. We set it up. Left leg goes back. Make sure you're not shifting off to the right. So I don't want to see this, guys. Now you got to stay right on top of that knee. When you're ready, extend the arm out. Exhale, get that connection. And then inhale as you reach. Let the band pull you. Keep reaching through your supporting arm. Let's go 2 more. And 1 more here. Good. Let's go back to the wall. I'd like to do the hip hitch 1 more time. It's an important one. So left fingertips on the wall, right arm goes up. Bring that left leg up. Big reach through your right arm. Feel those ribs shift to the right. Hike your left hip up and hold it. Try to breathe into that right rib cage. Keep the chest heavy. $15 more seconds here. Barely any weight in your fingers. 3, 2, and sit it down. Second side. Good, you guys. And left arm up. Right leg up. Whenever you're ready, hike that right hip up. I want to see this one. So keep that standing leg super straight. Good, Slaney. Soften your chest just a little bit more, Faith. There you go. And hike that hip up. Yeah. Good, Sarah. Good, Tracy. I love it, you guys. 15 more seconds. You got it. Good, Carol. Big reach up with that arm. Lift that armpit way up. In 3, 2, and relax. All right, so we're going to come back down to the band. This time we're going to set up in a shin box position. So we're going to set up slightly to the right of the anchor point because we're going to do our hip loading here. So this is more of a eccentric load. So basically we're getting stretch on the hip by reaching. So you want to make sure that you're back far enough that you can get a good reach here. And if my anchor point is here, I am slightly to the right of it. My left leg is in front, my right leg is in back, and I'm in this position, shin box. Okay? Kick your left arm off to the side and go ahead and pull your right elbow to your right hip crease. Feel your right pelvis kind of pull back a little bit. Good. So you're going to inhale as you reach. You're going to take that ear towards the floor. Let the band pull your right shoulder blade forward. You're going to push down into the knee, your left knee, not your left hand, to come up. And exhale, pull back. So you're going to inhale, reach. Take your left ear to the floor. Don't push with your left hand. Push with your left knee to come up. Then pull back. Keep going here. Get that right ear to the floor. Get that good rotation. Push down. Let's get 4 more here. Pull that right hip back as you come back. 2 more. At the bottom, really feel that left hip stretch. One more time. Good. We'll switch sides. So sit up to the left of the anchor point. Your right leg is in front, your left is in back. Kick your right hand off to the side. Go ahead and pull back, pull that left hip back. There you go. So my elbow is to my hip crease, essentially. And I want to do this. I just want to pull it to it. Good. So you're going to reach, 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 reach. Take your left ear to the floor. Make sure you can get a good stretch. Pull back. And inhale as you reach. Remember, the initiation to come up is push down into your right knee. Then pull back. Good. Beautiful. Keep going here. Feeling that entire back body stretch. So from the left shoulder blade to the right hip. So really playing with those diagonal lines today. In all different ways. Let's do 2 more here. Actively push down into that right knee. One more time. Ooh, I knew that was going to happen soon. Good. All right. So I want to do one more, and then I want to go into shoulder cars. Set this up on a higher height. So basically at the top of the door. All right. So we're going to use this kind of line of energy just a little bit more. We've definitely done this one in other classes. So you want to step back far enough. You're going to have it in your right hand. And it's really pulling me up towards the anchor point. My right foot is slightly in front. I'm going to bend my knees and shift my weight back into my left heel. My left arm is going to come behind. I'm going to push down as I reach. So I'm getting some good shoulder extension here. My shoulder blade is squeezing towards my spine. I'm going to slowly bring it up. And when I come up, I'm going to feel weight pour into my left heel. My toes are relaxed. So I'm going to push down and reach, squeeze that shoulder blade towards the spine, head, shoulders, hip, stack, and then slow return. So at any point in time, I should be able to pick my right foot up. All my weight is in my left leg. Slow return. So still working that cross-body action, but in just a different way. Keep going. I really want to see here. Good. Eyes are straight ahead. Get really tall through the spine. Good. That's it. Feel that reach at the top. Feel how that reach pours weight into your left heel. Good, Slaney. Good. Let's do 3 more here. So, Carol, you got to shift more weight back into your left leg. There you go. There you go. So it's not a row. It's a straight arm press down. Keep that elbow nice and straight. Good. Once you finish this last one, let's switch sides. So your left leg comes in front. Your left arm has the band. Reach way back through your right. Push straight down. Big reach here. As you return, feel the weight pour into your right foot. Keep those toes relaxed. Big push. And reach. Keep going here. Big reach to that right arm. Squeeze that left shoulder blade towards your spine. You should feel that right quad really kicking in. 3 more. Keep going. Let me see. Beautiful. Feel that right foot heavy. Good, Jen. Good, Nori. Good. Once you finish with this last one, lay down. So let's put the yoga block under your head. And we're going to do our side lying shoulder cars. We did these last week. So I'm going to start with my arm down. I'm going to take my arm up. My thumb is pointing back. I'm going to internally rotate as I bring it all the way around. I want to find that same shoulder extension, and then I'll come down. So my thumb is still pointing back, and then I'll drive back. I'll externally rotate and bring it all the way up and down. Okay, so you want to do your darndest to keep your knees in the same spot. Bring your hips up so they're 90 degrees and try to look straight ahead. If you need to change your position so you can see the camera, please go ahead. So start with your right arm down. You're going to reach up and overhead. Thumb point straight back. As far as you can, keep that chest heavy. If you need to, open up towards the ceiling just a little bit. Roll the upper arm down so your thumb starts to point down towards your heel. Keep coming around. Find that shoulder extension. And then bring it down to your hip. So your thumb is pointing straight behind you. And then you'll reach back, squeeze that shoulder blade towards your spine. Externally rotate. Bring it all the way around. Forward and down. Beautiful. Let's do 2 more here. So take it up and overhead. Adjust the arm wherever you need to. Give me some full internal rotation. Not a lot of tension here, just feeling the movement. And then we'll take it back. Squeeze that shoulder blade towards your spine. Feel the tricep. Externally rotate. I forgot to tell you one thing we need. We'll get it in a second. Good. Let's go one more time here. Take it up and overhead. Thumb point straight behind you. Internally rotate. So you're going to ring it out so the thumb is still pointing behind you. You're just in a different position. Good. And then we'll take it back. Squeeze that shoulder blade towards your spine. Externally rotate. Good. Flip sides. Beautiful. Bring your knees up. Start with the arm down by your side. Take that left arm up and overhead. Chest is nice and relaxed. You can take the arm up towards the ceiling, internally rotate. And then take it back, thumb points back, squeeze your left shoulder blade towards your spine, externally rotate. Let's go 2 more here. Up and over, thumb points back, adjust the arm wherever you need to get that full internal rotation. And then take it back, squeeze that shoulder blade towards your spine, and externally rotate. Good, one more time, let me see. Take it up and over. Good. Beautiful, Slaney. Good, then take it back. Really squeeze that shoulder blade towards your spine. And then externally rotate. That's beautiful. Good. All right. So for our last setup, I want you to grab a light dumbbell. I forgot that guy. So like no heavier than 5. You're probably going to need closer to 3. I'll be right back. All right, so let's go ahead and set up the anchor point for your band low one more time. Make sure it's nice and secure. We're going to start in half kneeling. Left leg in front, left hand has the band. So make sure this thing is tight enough it can pull you forward. Get really tall through your spine, shift forward. I lied to you, put it in your right hand. So you want to feel the most work in the leg and the weight in the foot when your arm is reaching forward. So pull back through your left, look straight ahead. You're going to inhale to pull with the right, reach. Big exhale. Feel that stretch from your left hip all the way through your right shoulder. Again. And inhale. Keep going here. Let's do 3 more on this side. Big reach. Feel that stretch. Feel the pressure in your left foot. 1 more. You have it. Good. Switch. Right leg. Get really tall through your spine. Shift forward. Find that right foot. Let the band pull you. Find the right foot more. Pull back through your right elbow. Inhale to pull. Big reach. Exhale. Feel that crossbody action. Keep going here. Feel how the shoulder blades pulling on the left and reaching on the right, and vice versa. Allow that rib cage to move. Good, Porvy. Stay tall. 3 more. One more time. Good. Let that go for a second. We did this one last week as well. Come down to your knees. Left elbow is on the floor. Give me a little tuck under in your pelvis. So just a reminder, we don't want to shift. You want to stay in the same spot. Look down. You're reaching through the bottom and pulling through the top. That's it. Good, Sarah. You're going to kick back, keep that pelvis tucked under, and then slow return. Kick back. Feel the ribs rotate as you kick back. Try to keep that right shoulder blade hugging your spine. Pelvis tucks under. Let's go 3 more. One more time. Good. Take a break. You guys should feel very integrated. I do. Switch sides. Right elbow down. This one's going to be hard to maintain. Tuck under, pull up. You've got to really reach to this bottom side. Try not to shift. Exhale back on this side. Inhale, look straight down. So you want to maintain that tuck under so you can get True thoracic rotation to the left. Let's do 4 more. Good. Take a break. Oh, you feel your obliques there? A little bit? Nice. Okay, so let's stand up. Now, if this doesn't make you comfortable for whatever reason, you can do the half kneeling row again. Otherwise, we're going to start standing. You're going to bring your right foot in front, pull back with the right, reach with the left. Now, watch me first. I don't really care how low you go. It can just be to there. It's more about this step through integration. So you step back, feel that reach just like you did earlier. Don't go to the floor. Push, get tall, eyes up. Step back, don't go to the floor. Push. Notice my body position. I go straight back through space. I don't pitch forward, I go backwards. 5 more. Feel that same tricep kick back with the right at the top. Get tall, get tall, get tall. 2 more. Last one. Good, relax, switch sides. Ooh. Left leg in front. Pull back with the left, reach with the right. Do not go to the floor, eyes are up. Step back, just a little dip. Push down through that right foot. Connect the pieces at the top. Everything arrives at the same time, just like when we were on the floor. It all works together. Let's go 5 more. Last 3. Feel that stretch at the bottom, right hip, left shoulder. Connect the dots at the top. 2 more. Last one. Good. Let's do those triceps again. Summer's not that far away, right? Got to be a little vanity in the game. Left elbow down. Tuck your pelvis under. Pull up. Watch my ribs. See how they rotate? I reach and pull. You got to get that. Inhale, kick back. Exhale. Use that inhale. Get air into your side ribs. Four more. One more. Take a second. Ooh. Switch. So on this side, you've really got to focus on the pelvic tuck and not shifting to the right. Pull up. Exhale. Big reach to the right. Inhale. So squeeze that left shoulder blade as you exhale. 4 more. Last one. Good. Last thing today. So we're going to find that cross connect. Everything arrives at the same time at the top. Everything arrives the same time at the bottom. Okay? So you're going to step on the left. Right arm is up. Left arm is back. Connect the pieces here. Right elbow to left knee. Extend till everything arrives. Take a step. Exhale to connect. Inhale to extend. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going. I want to see. You got 60 more seconds. Stay tall through your spine. Connect at the top at the same time. Connect at the bottom at the same time. Good. So arm and leg. Beautiful. 30 more seconds. Beautiful, Jen. Good, Rebecca. Lovely. 15 seconds. Find that connection. Don't forget, get that arm back. Good, Eric. 2 more reps, 1 each side. Keep that standing leg straight, Sarah. Good. Once you've done 1 each side, you did it. All right. So do we see how our shoulders and hips work together on the front and the back of us? Hopefully you can see that. Yes. Okay. You should feel really good right now. I feel really good. Next month is going to be all about your spine. Yay. So we'll do a lot of respiration work. We'll do a lot of segmentation. We've used ab mats in the past. If you have an ab mat, use it. If you don't have an ab mat and don't want to purchase one, you can use a big towel like we did. So we're going to play with loading flexion. We're going to play with loading extension. We're going to do all sorts of things. Some of the stuff that we worked on in here will carry over. You know how I like to do that to keep us progressing. And then we're going to work a significant amount of rotation. All right. So just a heads up on that. Okay. Questions, comments, concerns, hate reviews, personal victories, revelations, births, marriages. Carol.
First, I want to thank Slaney for making me feel smart, because I was watching a TV show last week and one of the characters said chalk and cheese. And it's like, oh my God. So that was nice. But I have a question for you. At the beginning of the hips class 2 months ago, you said that this really pelvic floor exercises help with incontinence. How? I'm not sure how that works.
That's a great question. So when you work the diaphragm, when you inhale, the diaphragm and your respiratory diaphragm and your pelvic floor diaphragm work together. They descend. So you're getting that tone of your pelvic floor musculature every time you inhale. So there's 2 reasons that we can become incontinent. Number one, sorry, not balloon worthy. Number one, if they get weak or if they're hypertonic. So by getting the inhalation down there, meaning you're getting that full expansion, like when we wear the bands, you're toning the muscles, you're strengthening them and stretching them at the same time. Does that make sense? So a lot of times, we're told to do Kegels. Kegels are not a bad thing, but they're just not appropriate for everyone. So if someone has hypertonicity and you're doing Kegels on top of that, that can be severely problematic. Yeah. So the only way to know that is to go see a pelvic floor therapist. But the best way to do it is to create expansion through the diaphragm. So creating that trunk pressure, that's going to help a lot. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. Excellent question. Nobody else got anything to say? I find this very hard to believe. Nori, please.
Back to yesterday's class, when we were doing, this is about the hip question, by the way.
Yeah.
When we were doing this,
yeah,
you mentioned that it's hard to find right side glute meat.
Yes.
Could you elaborate a little bit more
Yeah.
on that?
Totally. So right legs don't abduct as much because we have a lot more compression on the right side of our body. So your glute med does 60% of your abduction. But because of the compression in the right side, it makes it very hard to access stretch and load into the glute med. This guy right here. So that's why a lot of times when we do lunges on the right side, we end up looking like this and feeling very imbalanced because when your right hip abducts, the left hip elevates. If you don't have that abduction capability, it's hard to hang on to the left side of the pelvis. So a lot of times people will think that they have a leg length discrepancy. They always think that their left leg is longer than their right. And it's basically because the pelvis is in a depressed state all the time because the right side can't abduct and get that pelvis up. So that's why we do the hip hitch on the wall. And that's why it's so much harder on the right side because of the compression into the right rib cage. It makes it hard for the pelvis to depress in order to abduct. Does that make sense?
It does. So for me, putting my fingertips on the wall and elevating the hips, I feel more on the outer hips. So should I continue practicing that more?
No, if you feel the outer hips, that's a good thing. That's what you should feel.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, the standing outer hip. That is what you should feel. Yes. Good. Anything else? Oh, well, there they are. Barbie.
Hi, I have a
Hi.
follow-up question actually. You said the right side is harder. Is that because most of us are right-handed or because we have more organs on the right side, like the liver and stuff?
You have more organs on the right side. Unless there's some sort of pathology like injury history, most people have a hard time abducting the right hip. Now, that's not always the case. If you have like a left-sided injury, it might be limited. So, I mean, this is not like a catch-all for everyone, but for most people, that is the case.
Thank you.
Sarah.
So when we're on all fours with the block at the wall and we're supposed to keep our glutes tucked, is this related also to the hips? It's the same, right? Like,
Yeah, you'll feel how hard it is.
that is
Yeah.
so hard. I think that's
Yeah.
the hardest thing.
Yeah, that is like a pure frontal plane activity. It's really hard.
The fact
Really.
that I find it extremely challenging is just normal and I need to keep doing it.
Yeah, it's usually a rib cage compression issue. So if you can't get that compression, you can't get the intra-abdominal pressure from the inhale. So it's going to make the pelvis tip anteriorly. So that's part of the reason. So maintaining the reach that's why I do it with the band, because it forces you to feel that expansion. But yeah, it's hard. It's very hard. Yeah. Susanna.
Hey, question for you. You've been doing more heels on the bench than we used to do on the wall to get that. Any reason why? Just switching it up or?
Just switching it up. Yeah. Sometimes heels on the bench gives people more access to their hamstrings. They have a hard time pulling down. And because I was doing the overhead reaching, I wanted people to really access their hamstrings so they don't lose the trunk position.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just one.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I like to also do it with feet on the floor with dumbbells. So pulling into the dumbbells, you can do that also. But yeah, it can be done either way. It's just usually easier for people to access when they can get a good push down through their heels. Yeah. Suzanne D, do you feel better? Okay, good. That is probably just soreness. That's always a high sign. Good.
Can I just say one thing going back to
Yeah.
those pullbacks? So
Yeah.
something you did that I've learned from you over the years. I hit this morning before class because my back was cranky.
Yeah.
But interesting to note when we do those pelvic pullbacks, getting into the inability to keep a tuck. Especially when I pull back my left side, I find I really want to, I gotta work a lot harder to maintain that tuck.
Yeah, it's because the oblique on the left side is usually weaker. So it's harder to keep the rib cage down.
And that rib tends to flare out a little bit more, so it's all that whole thing. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And it can cause one of two problems. If you're here, it'll make you compress the right side more. But also if you have some sort of pathology in your right side, especially your lower leg, like for me, I have a serious ankle sprain history on my right side. I probably sprained my right ankle 25 times. So I tend to overload my left foot. But because I don't have the compression still, I get more left SI pain than right. Yeah, so it depends. Pathology plays a huge part in it. Like whatever your history is gonna like tell a totally different story in how you load your body.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Thank you. Great class.
For
Looking
sure.
forward to next month.
Yeah, yeah. All right, friends. Thank you so much. I hope you learned something. I hope you have some tools to play with. And I'll see you guys next week, if not before. All right. Bye, guys.